Y'all must have forgot about Manius Calgar. He was obviously last season the pain in everyone's side. He was the meta, he was everywhere in the top 10, top 20. Boys and girls, lots of you have been asking me, can we build, what does Ultramarines look like? Can we build a Manius Calgar deck? Done a lot of alt content recently, and it's time to switch our attention back to the Ultramarines. So I have got a deck for you that is doing pretty well. I've got to be honest, I'm in the top 20 on the ladder, and this deck is doing pretty well. I've played about 7 or 8 games, and I've only lost once with it at the minute, so it's doing very good. It is... I've played around with Calgar, and I've seen a lot of other people's builds as well this season, and some people have tried to lean into the vehicle synergy. Problem is, I just feel like the vehicles aren't good enough, and particularly the early game ones. Late game ones are, but I don't know that they really justify playing like the legendary battlefield supremacy, which makes all the vehicles cost 1 less. So I've played around with a few different versions, and this is what I've come up with, guys. So let's just dive on in. So first of all, we are basically playing the deck like we're still trying to put a bit of pressure on with this deck, because Necrons have got Tomb World, and Orcs have got Rock Invasion, and we can't just sort of sit around all day. So what we are doing with this deck is we're very much playing a kind of steady build up of tempo. So we're never kind of taking the foot off the pressure and just not doing anything, but it's not like an aggro deck either. So we play it very much like a kind of mid-range build. So we got 2 tactical insights. These cards refill 2 energy, and they allow us to obviously trigger our Codex abilities. We do run the Humanity Shield because this card is still clutch. It can still win us games when we're in very close matchups. It gives us that extra turn, and it's fantastic. When you see some of the gameplay after this, you'll see this card in motion. Point Blank Shot did get nerfed. Now it still does the 2 damage. It only draws a card if the target dies. So, we can still use this for reach. We can still use it for everything we could before. The only difference is that if we wanted to draw a card, which we don't always want, by the way, so there's almost like a little slight buff in there. Like occasionally you don't want the draw, but it's still a good use of 2 energy. We do run double Primeous Reaver. This card was always good. It was just competing with so many great cards in the last meta when Ultramarines were the best deck. But now that we've gone through some nerfs, this card didn't get touched. This is a very, very good 2-drop. We got the flank. We can deal essentially 3 damage for 2 energy. That's really, really good. So we got 2 of those. The Stern Guard Sergeants haven't changed. We're running a Codex theme again, so they're obviously in there. Obviously, we can use them late game to combo and try and get like double Codex abilities, or we can use them on turn 3 to kind of play a bit of tempo out. Now, we are running the Ontario Kronos, and there is a little bit of vehicle synergy with this guy, but what we haven't done is we haven't gone all into Kronos. Kronos is a very good 4-drop anyway, so even if he didn't really have any ability, he's just a really good proactive, proactive turn 4 drop. What I will do is if I've got, for example, the next 4 drop like Honor Guards, very good Vanguard units. They did receive a slight nerf, but they're still very good. What I will do is if I've got a choice, I'll always play the Honor Guard usually, and I'll try and save Ontario Kronos to play around turn 7 so that we can potentially threaten the synergy with our vehicles. We do run 2 Death from Aboves, and I think you could easily get away with cutting one of these, but I do find that it's still good, it's still useful, it's still a flexible card, and if anything, the nerf down to 4 damage instead of 5 means that we often use it for removal a lot more now, rather than burn, sort of face burn damage, which, to be honest, is kind of like probably how it was intended to be used anyway. So we still currently have 2 copies. We do run double Honor Guard, as I mentioned, still a really great unit. We run double Storm Raven. Storm Raven's very good right now. We're in an Orc meta. We've got lots of Grots, we've got lots of Scarabs, we've got lots of Eldar tokens. With stealth units in the Eldar, we've also got stealth in the Tyrannies. So Storm Raven's very, very good. Works well in this deck. It combines quite well with the Dreadnought. It combines quite well with... what was the other one? Oh no, I'm thinking of the other Lord. But it's just good AoE, good solid cheap AoE. and then we're going to run 2 Polixis. So the question with the Ultramarines at the minute is, what do you do around the 5 drops and the Codex? And I'm actually not playing the Rhino. I actually don't like the Impulsor anymore. I think that the Polixis has been pretty good, actually. The kind of body that you can't... When you've got equal melee and range attack, to me that's like a body that a person can't play around. Like, you know what they've got to trade, right? They've got to trade up against 5, and I find it pretty solid. The health is like not great for 5 energy, but you get away with it, and he does get to heal usually on the turn that he comes down as well, so it does give us a little bit of heal, which can come in pretty clutch. So I kind of like the Polixis, and to go with him I've actually gone with the Judicar for the stun damage, which is still, you know, it's still able to stun units, multiple units if you combine it with the tactical insights, and it does give you yet another kind of little roadblock with the Vanguard as well. So we've got the Honor Guard giving us Vanguard, we've got the Judicar giving us Vanguard, and we've got some more to come as well. We do run the double 6-drop. They did receive a nerf, but it's still very powerful. A high health flying unit with flank is still very, very good, and it trades well with a lot of units in the game. I definitely do feel with certain units, like not having 6, like 6 is was a bit of a magic number, and not having 6 means that there are quite a lot of units around the turn 5, turn 6 turn where this doesn't get rid of the unit completely by itself. However, we don't have anything better in the Ultramarines. I still think it's a powerful unit and very helpful with removal. We're actually running double Calcius. Now this card was always good. A lot of time people would run 1 copy in the last meta, but now it's definitely 2. We're a little bit more late game in this build, and so 2 Calcius, you know, just excellent. Deal 3 damage on Codex. Of course, we're probably looking for tactical insight potentially on this one, which can help us to really close out the game. Now the next choice is one of the flex spots in the deck. I've gone with the Assault Centurion. Now you could run the Legendary Sniper, you could run, I've run Captain Sicarius for a few games. In fact, one game Sicarius pretty much won me the game. You could also run a second Repulsor Executioner here, or you could even put something in, like something earlier game, like one of the sort of cheap flankers, or the bike would probably be better, because the bike is actually a vehicle, and so it can give you a little bit more synergy. So you could definitely feel free to swap this out. I have found that it's pretty good, because yet again it gives us another Vanguard. So we had a Vanguard at 4, Vanguard at 5. We've now got another one at 8, or potentially 7 if we use our defense stratagem to cheat it out. So I found this to be really, really good, really powerful. It's the Eldar hate it. And you know, again, it's a flex slot. It's not written in stone, but I think it's pretty good. I've then gone for the 2 Dreadnoughts, and this is where obviously the vehicle synergy comes in. If we were to get it off with Kronos, this guy charging afterwards or getting Vanguard is superb. But even without that, the 1 to 2 damage to all enemies, I don't like the randomness. I really think that this should be just deal 2 damage to all enemies, so it's kind of like Storm Raven on a stick. I think that's okay for 8 energy. But even so, with the 1 to 2, often what I'll look to do is tactical insight on the Dreadnought, giving you potentially 2 to 4 damage, and that's a really powerful AoE then on turn 8. You can even get this off on turn 7, so be very mindful about using your high factory defense stratagem if you're going second, because sometimes it's actually correct to hold it and play it late game and sort of pull this guy out on turn 7. And last but not least, we run the 1 copy of the Executioner. I don't find that you need to in Calgar, because obviously by the time you actually want to play a 10 energy unit, you've probably used Calgar's Warlord talent so many times that you've really started to sift through your deck, and you've got other things like point blank shot, which obviously helps sift through the deck as well. So yeah, so basically in terms of matchups, like I found that this deck does pretty well against the Eldari, for example. It does pretty well against Abaddon. It does okay against the Orcs. I mean, it's a bit more draw dependent against the Orcs. You've definitely got to like manage your health a little bit more, but it can win out against the Orcs. The big weakness against the Orcs, I think, is the is the rock invasion, like late game, that can really hurt us. But other than that, it can actually keep up pretty well. You've just got to be very mindful of their hard removal with the orcs. Obviously, they've got the no mucking abouts and they've got the Will of Gorks, but it can definitely compete very well with that. And it also puts a lot of pressure on the enemy warlord's health. So, you know, again, you almost have forgot, this used to beat down decks, and it still can do that. It's not quite as powerful as it was, but it still can do that, and it's got a much stronger late game in this version. So yeah, that's the deck. What I'm going to do now is just jump into some games. I am going to key stamp them below so you can see like all the different games and who I've played. Top tip when you're watching gameplay, I quite like to watch it on 1.5 speed and then kind of like pause critical moments and stuff, so it's good to watch it actively and think about what would you do if you were playing it. If you got any comments or you see any misplays, there are some real misplays by the way in some of this gameplay, but I've left it in there because, you know, the whole point of this is that we can kind of like learn these decks and learn from mistakes and stuff. So feel free to kind of comment, see if you can spot mistakes and errors, and let me know what you think to the deck list. Is there anything you would kind of change in this? You know, I haven't played lots of Calgar, so this is my first kind of return to it. So yeah, I'm really curious what's working for you guys. What would you change? What do you like about the list? Let me know. Appreciate all your support. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, really do please consider doing so. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's jump into some gaming content. Okay. Manias versus Abaddon. We got first turn. We don't have a particularly pushy hand right here, so okay, that kind of tells me he might be running a more control variant, so perhaps we do switch that up. Think hard about when we use retribution too. So his turn 3, what is he going to play? Okay, he's just going to keep healing. Yeah, he's definitely playing a late game build here. Annoyingly, we're just not drawing anything. Very annoying. Okay, the stun's going to be lovely here. We don't get it, so I think what we're going to do is actually tactical insight, because it's just so important here. I mean, we're completely bloody wasting cards, but it does guarantee the stun on this. Yeah, if you're new to the game, stun is like obviously it is one of the best ways to play around stealth. Particularly for the ultramarines, because obviously the orcs have got things like no mucking about where they don't need to actually target what they remove. The ultramarines do, so making use of stun is quite a good example of it there. Okay, so he's just going to play the 4 mana this turn. Doesn't get the ping off with that, so that's good news. Okay, so we will have to use the melee attack to clear this, but we can now get rid of this essentially for free, and a perfect stun on the warlord as well, so this is looking pretty good. I'd actually love to draw like an honor guard here, so we could drop battlefield supremacy. Although honestly, it's turn 7 next anyway, so we can't. Yeah, maybe we've just missed. Kind of just missed it a little bit. Yeah, I think we're just going to drop this. I think we will attack first to try and give us a chance of healing the flyer. Yeah, and it does heal the flyer. His hand is full. So I'm guessing he's going to play a flanker and try and remove this 5/5. I don't know what he's going to do against the flyer there. Obviously he could go for a Helldrake. Okay, he's going for Spawndom. Is he going to do the Dark Pact and then Traitor's Hate, maybe? Dark Pact could give him +2 to... No? Okay. Okay. That still gets rid of the 5/5, and as we said, it's the flyer he's got the problem with. Now we've got the force. A lot of the ultramarines is like getting the numbers to add up, right? Though we don't necessarily need a codex turn here. What I do like is killing this. Have to be a bit mindful of his Dracanum combo here. Sword of Dracanum with either Murderous Desire or Vengeance. So we might need to calculate that. Okay, takes another 3, but he does clear this now. Okay, this will be a good Dreadnought turn maybe. Actually won't mind healing, you know. He's just used an Execute though, so what does he use to get rid of the Dreadnought? I know we can't trigger it, but I might just drop the Dreadnought here. Is that a mistake? Or we drop heal Death from Above. I really don't want to waste that just yet. Ah. Kind of awkward. I think we're just going to drop the Dreadnought. He's just used an Execute, right? I don't want to go too wide. He's just used an Execute, he's used his flanker. What has he got to remove this? So he's just going to go for taunt, which he doesn't get. We've got the retribution sitting there if he does get it. I mean, he can just give it to it with Abaddon's Chosen, right? Wait, this is a misplay, right? Has he got another one? Because this is like a massive misplay on his part. Surely, why would he not? Why would he not Vanguard that up? Unless he's got another one. What am I missing? Ah, now he does it, surely? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, we obviously destroy that. And we play that. Wait, is this camouflaged? It is camouflaged. Oh, okay, so we can't use that. Very good. Very, very good. So before we do this, we want to think about triggering his ability, right? Four, 7. No. That's silly, because you can't target that, can you? Okay, so he has to kill that. So let's just go with the... And then let's just kill this. We're not going to attack face because if he's got Draconum, 6, Murderous, 12, Vengeance gives him 2, 3, 4. Okay, well he's not doing it anyway. And there we got him. GG. Okay, so Manius Calgar, and we're up against what looks like Mr. Ghazghkull, Mag-Uruk Thraka. None of these trade well into the Squid Buggy anymore, which is a bit of a problem. I think we keep Storm Raven in this match.
Today we triumph over the Greenskins once more, brothers!
I've been cut, crushed, and stomped, and I'm still kicking.
Okay, so he has got the first turn, so we're not dealing with 4 grots at least. We haven't got any of our early game really at the minute. It's not. What's that? So he's probably going to play Shooter Boy, Killer Can, or he might attack and reload his grots. Yeah. Grot tank? Oh, did I say Killer Can? I meant Grot tank. You obviously can't play Killer Can. I get some of the mechs, some of the speed freaks mixed up sometimes. Right, let's have a look. So... Is he going to Deathcopter or Spanner here?
Let your skull thing.
Before they see me coming.
What's this? Let's have 2 explosion. No,
I can't do that.
So I just completely wasted my ability there. God. For some reason I thought that my ability was going to allow me to play it without having to play the tactical insight. That's a bit of a boo-boo, wasn't it? Oh, God, High Factory would be so good as well for First Centurion.
Boys, we've got lots of kids to take.
That didn't quite work, did it? We don't want to drop Assault Centurion next turn either because we haven't seen any yard removal. It's not actually very good against orcs. I mean, we can't even heal here because we don't have the right mana balance. So I think we are going to have to just risk it for a biscuit.
Infused with the Emperor's will.
Sort of praying he doesn't have Arders, no mucking about or Will of Gork here because he could use either of them. I'd rather him play a Will though, got to be honest. Because then he can't develop the board much. Well, he can do this. Okay, he hasn't got Will, so he's probably got mucking about. Interesting. Okay, so he's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, is he? Daka daka. Nice, 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 nice. Ooh. Is there any way we can trigger that? We can. Oh, that's so painful. Do you have any odd moves to trigger that? Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be so good as well. Do we want to do that? No. So this is surely a Will of God turn. Yeah. Now he can win with Makari and Ghaelyn, which he doesn't have, so that's good.
Brothers, battle calls for us!
So what we're going to do here is see if we can end the game next turn. Tactical Insight into Humanity's Shield to protect us for a turn. Put another 3 damage, that's 6 damage we've just done there. Obviously, you can't kill Calgar now. If he focuses on this guy, then obviously we can bring on the Dreadnought and actually attack with it as well, so we'll see. We've also got potential to heal again next turn, although I don't think heal's really going to help us now, because we can never heal outside of proper killing range. Look at him with the ultramarine card back with his Ghazghkull deck. What's going on? Interesting. That does nothing. Okay, this is looking pretty handy, huh? That did not go well for you, sir. Bomb squig? Huh?
More is more cunning than a grot, but more killing than a dread.
Oh no. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know why I just did that. That was so stupid. I just nearly lost the game. Why did I do that? I wasn't thinking about the bomb squid blowing up at all. Oh my lord. What? Oh god. I play too often as though it's on practice mode, and I'm just trying to like, well, wouldn't it be cool if I got the Daka to go off on the Dreadnought? It's like, no, you're playing top 20 ladder match. Try and win the action. Okay, so now we got Ghazghkull versus, not Ghazghkull, so used to saying that. Manius Calgar versus Ghaelyn. Okay, so the issue with this matchup is a bit like last season, right? Is he's the tempo deck and can finish us with like Wailing Doom or the Hemlock. So we do need to be a little bit mindful of our health.
Shadows are always vigilant.
Ooh, Stand Guard would be good here. Nope. We did not get it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, 3-drop Stern Guard obviously does very well. Normally into Scorpion. Some way of getting around the stealth. So we're already losing quite a bit of health, but we do get to start dropping some bodies now, so. So a slight problem with this build is that we do have a little bit less of the early drop, so when you get the perfect curve, brilliant, but it does mean that you will have games where sorry, let me finish the thought and I'll tell you what my other thought was. You will have games. Oh, I've totally forgotten. What I'm trying to contemplate here is whether I kill this or not, because do we want to give him a second stone going into turn 5? I actually think we want to kill that, you know. This is a little bit of an unconventional play, but it's quite big for the Eldar. Like having that turn 5 with 2 Spirit Stones, and we can't see his hand, but I'm hoping that we've just really caused him a bit of a headache. Okay, so now he takes the turn off to go Infinity Stones. That's quite telling. Interesting. So that's good. So now we can drop this guy, stun the Lord, and put a bit of pressure on him here. Of course he can't attack us back. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was even saying because I was really contemplating that turn 5 sort of disruption play. And normally that's a bit of a waste of our tactical insight, but sometimes it's not about playing your own game plan, it's about thinking about what their game plan is and how you can kind of like disrupt it. And as we've already said, that the Ghaelyn deck is, if they play out their game plan and play out their curve smoothly, they can really do a lot of hurt to us from a tempo perspective. And even last season when Ultramarines were kind of top of the meta, actually the Ghaelyn tempo deck, if you go back and watch my Eldari busted guide, that deck was out tempoing tier 1 Marines last season, so not much has changed. Okay, interesting. So he stuns, but we can still get the stun off on this, which is pretty cool. So I think that's what we're going to aim for. Draw, stun. Oh, if only we'd have kept the Dreadnought. Hey, we mulliganed away the Dreadnought and we got this. If we had the Dreadnought here, then next turn we could high factor it into the Dreadnought. Wow. And then we'd have really made use of Cronus. So sadly we can't play a vehicle here. If you want to play a more vehicle heavy deck, then obviously you see in here an opportunity where the vehicles would be pretty busted. But unfortunately we're not, so instead what we're going to do
Brothers, battle calls for us!
We strike now.
Now, if we wanted to here, we could use tactical insight and drop the sergeant. I think we're going to do it because we've sort of gone down this route of pressure after having the successful stuns. So I think we're going to kind of continue down this route. I do think I'm wasting resources a little bit needlessly here, but we are putting a lot of pressure on him. The problem is here that obviously if he has the hemlock with that amount of stones, he can come on and kill. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he does punish us there. Okay, so we shouldn't have done that. We've just thrown that away, along with the tactical insight. So fair enough. We deserve to be a bit punished there. However, oh, and we use the, oh no, we use the tactical insight, which we could now use on this. So we've really been punished there. Oh, such a shame. That's such a shame, man.
Brothers, battle calls for us.
Oh, God, that's such a shame. Gotta do it for frame. So we messed this game up so badly. Just imagine what that would have been like there with the insight onto making that guy Vanguard and then charging and killing the Hemlock. Oh, that would have been so good. And then this turn, bringing down the Executioner with the Hive Factory. So I've misplayed very, very badly in this game. God, it feels so weird playing Marines. Not played them all season. Need some readjusting. We need to get used to them again for sure. But hey ho, that's what we're here for. That is what we're here for. Now he's used the Hemlock, so what does he do here? Like, how does he deal with this thing?
Heed my words. Rise.
Guess what's coming next turn? If you think that was bad.
Let the roar of our cannons herald their doom.
Never hits for two. Never hits for two. Wait, did I even attack with Manius there? Oh, great. Just gave him a free Spirit Stone. Oh, so many errors. So many errors. I feel like we could have smashed this game. The problem is he's got no way of dealing with that. Like, he can obviously doom it, Whaler doom it, that puts it down to 8. Storm Guardian. Ah, okay. Okay, so we can put it off. Fine. That's one way of doing it. See, next turn though, we're coming on with a double heal, baby. Unless we draw another Storm Raven. Stun that, come on. Yes! Oh, so satisfying. The only thing we misplayed there is we should have put the this guy on the edge. I got too excited. Because I don't really want blast from Wailing Doom hitting the face, but it's a minor thing at this point. We're pretty far ahead here. Pretty far ahead, I would say. So yeah, Manius Calgar doing the business, eh? Doing the damn thing. Is he still here? Okay. That doesn't help him.
You have presented an unforeseen
Unforeseen challenge indeed. Get out of here, son. Get out of here. We were about to retribution that. Finish you off with an upgrade. So we got Keltoc. Another win for the Calgar. For Mr. Calgar. Keltoc. Playing against Anzul.
Lost your taste for battle.
The hour of blood and clashing blades.
So you might drop a spider or a scorpion here. Or he might just use his warlock talent. It depends what his hand's like, I guess. But either way, we can block it quite well with the Honor Guard, so... Yeah, the Honor Guard obviously received a slight nerf. But it's still a good card for 4 energy. Still a really strong card, I think. So we're going to go ahead and attack phase. We want to put a bit of pressure on Keltoc. Obviously, we are expecting... huge Infinity Stone plays. Reclaim the stars. Ah, okay, so he uses the Viper. Yeah, so good play from him because he can't get the Warp Spiders to jump back otherwise, so yeah. So I think we are gonna take the 3 damage here because or are we? So 2. Yeah, I think we'll still take it and then we'll just heal up.
The Emperor's work must be safeguarded.
Ooh, nice chunky 5 damage to face. Now obviously we can clear that with this, or we can take an extra 3. I think we're going to take the 3 and actually draw here. Now we have seen both Shroud Runners, annoying as they've been. They've really helped him deal with our kind of high health units, but we've got a second one down, so now does he go with the Wind Rider here? No, Banshee Mask, okay, so that's depleting him of some of his reach, which is quite good. Let's get that out early. Stun would be nice here. It's looking like this might be a Kronos turn.
Make the engines roar! It's time to scour this battlefield.
we've got to be a little bit mindful of the Inceptor because of the Eldar flyer, right, that can kill it and do 6 damage, so we've got to be really careful around that. Turn 7 and he's got 1 stone. He might choose to sacrifice the spider here to get the 2nd stone out. Most likely. Or he can just hero power, right? And then he can play the charger. Charging Wraithguard, I think that's the play. Yep, there it is. Wraith point. Okay. Inside in case he plays a Hemlock next turn. Just protect our Lord a little bit from the blast. And if he does play the flyer that kills this, then obviously we can return the favour because we've got another sergeant, or we can even use our death from above if we need to. Mr. Anzul, deep in contemplation. I mean, he's got 0 spirit stones, right? Because he... Okay, so he's having to stun the troop. Centurion's going to go down, I think, here, and it's going to be a real problem for him. Wait. We could Dreadnought, and then we could Tactical Energy into Stone Sergeant. That might actually wipe the board. Do we like that? Or we could just drop the Centurion here.
Brothers, battle calls for us.
Because if that only does 1 damage, you know what?
Even in death, I still serve.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Finally, it did 2 damage. And the good thing with that is he's still on 0 spirit stones, right? So, yeah, so this way, even if he kills the spider, of course it's Keltoc though, so he can always get a stone with his, but it does cost him 2 energy. Yeah, so this is very good. I feel like we might be looking at Warp Spider into Dreadnought and the Eldritch Storm, right? Which he can do if he uses Keltoc's Warlord trait first. Okay. Well, we've got a good answer to that.
Shadows are always vigilant.
strike now.
Do we kill the scorpion? We do kill the scorpion. I'm actually going to attack Keltoc here because it means that next turn, even if he clears the board, just with Calgar and Death from above, we can win. There's the storm. That is not good enough. That is not good enough at all. I think that's GG Anzul.
Come, warriors. Our salvation lies not here.
Another win for Calgar. Okay, we have a mirror match.
Warriors of Ultramar, courage!
Snowfire
and honor!
has remained true to Calgar, I believe, from last season. Played him all this season, so probably one of the better players. See how we get on. So this is the match where I wish I'd had Sicarius in.
Before they see me coming. For courage and honor! For courage and honor!
I wonder whether we want to... How are we going to get his inspired retributions out of him? Something to think about here. I wonder whether we'll go for the mid-range units like the Polixis or the Scepter Sergeant, or whether he'll save them for the Dreadnought. I wonder whether playing the Dreadnought and then putting the cannon down, Centurion down afterwards, might get him. I also think this might be the time to use the Hive Factory.
Ready your jump packs? We strike now.
Trust in the Emperor at the hour of battle.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
Okay, so you see the difference in our builds here, for sure. Now we could play... I think we just drop Sergeant again here, actually. The alternative is... No, we're not going to use Retribution here, no way.
Brothers,
No way, Jose.
calls for us. their weakness to prevail.
Okay. Sergeant Telion.
Brothers, battle calls
Can't
for
do it,
us.
can you? Camouflaged.
We will purge the galaxy.
Not just do that. Why did you hit face? You had 2 units to hit. Yeah, I think that's cost us really. This dreadnought turn. Yeah. Just gets to snipe that now. Right. Should we try again?
We will purge
Thank
the
you.
galaxy.
I think next turn we can play Apothecary and Kronos. Wonder if that could possibly bait out a inspired retribution. Okay.
Courage and honor.
Sticking with the plan.
The Emperor's work must be safeguarded.
Second dreadnought.
I still see.
Let the roar of our wings herald their doom.
Putting the pressure on. The thing is, he hasn't used one inspired retribution. It's really bad that that's the first one to drop. I just felt we really needed it there, though. That's the problem.
Form up and advance.
pretty impressive.
Death, I still see the fall.
That was a heck of a turn, right? Codex Discipline. Played it twice. So it's really all about saving up a big combo is what he's been playing. Yeah, and then he just does that to return fame. I mean, the heal would be nice, right? But I don't think we can do it now. I think we've got to play this.
My armor is infused with the Emperor's will.
Nice. Well played. Showing us how to play the Calgar 3.0 perhaps. Now that was good. It was a different version of Calgar, and it just goes to show that people are trying different things. Okay, so we have Ghaelyn with Calgar. So, are we going to keep Stormraven or not? I think we are.
Warriors of Ultramar, courage and honor!
Cleanse this place. We must protect the craft world.
Now if we drop the Sergeant, he can reply with the Viper, can't he? I'm not actually even sure we should attack face in this matchup. Again, Ghaelyn's a tempo deck.
Strike and fade.
Courage and honor!
So I think we're going to chill actually. I think we is going to chill. And have a sip of lemonade. Okay, that might be the end of the chilling.
Shot by shot, we will purge the galaxy.
Calgar, man, just feels good to me. Like the whole 40 health, draw a card every turn. Just feels so good. I've forgotten how good it feels. I mean, obviously the deck is not as powerful, but his ability hasn't changed. You know, he's still an S tier warlord as far as I'm concerned. Like 40 health, always draw a card. That's super. That's everything you want.
Swift demise.
I think I'm going to actually kill that because he's got 1 stone, and obviously, once again, Eldar do a lot once they can do... once they have 2 stones. So when you can prevent 2 stones on a pivotal turn, it's usually worth doing. It doesn't always feel good because you feel a little bit like you're being inefficient and that you're wasting your resources. Obviously you can't see his hand, so you're not seeing the disruption, but trust me, it is disrupting what he wants to do, for sure. Especially here, right? Like the Wraith Guard that comes on with 6 melee attack would clear this. Can't do that. Okay, so he's using some of his burn. Taking some damage to face. We're happy with that. We'd already done 6 damage from it as well.
So comes the hour of bloodshed.
We can deny again. Like we can deny the stones for another turn.
Before they see me coming.
Spirits, heed my words and rise.
And there we go. He's played that naked. Okay, let's have a think.
The Emperor's work must be safeguarded.
By shot, we will purge the galaxy.
So of course he can get his 2nd stone now, but it does mean him taking a trade that we kind of want him to take. Ah, okay, it doesn't. Okay, so this is a very good turn for him. Very good turn for him. Do we kill that? I feel like we've played this wrong because we've played very controlly and we've not been hero powering, so we're very low on resources and we've not really been playing tempo. So now we can't even drop this, right? Because we're having to. Yeah, this is a problem. Well, it is a problem, but then again. That ain't bad, so I guess we just take the damage here. So he's got a stone there, he can attack with the storm gun and get a 3rd stone, and then he can hemlock. And that puts me on 1 health, and then he can use his blade storm from this guy to kill that off. So he can clear this if he's got the hemlock. Interesting. Um. Can we kill this? We can't, can we? That does one. We can kill it with Inspire Retribution. I'm actually wondering whether we do that. Then we couldn't kill like a Hemlock, for example.
My armor is infused with the Emperor's will.
It's not great that we're dropping it here, but if we Inspire Retribution, then what do we achieve? Like, we clear the board and then we're just sitting there with nothing on board. I think this is correct. So he's got two, so he can't Hemlock Blast here, but he can Hemlock to kill that. He could use the Wailing Doom on this as well. Okay. Oh god, where's my stuff going? Okay, he's running that card, is he? Interesting. Wow. That took some resource, man. Can't clear it with Ghaelyn right now, but he can after this. Okay, so now he can clear it with Ghaelyn and then he can go first with that thing.
They'll be dead before they see me coming.
The problem here is if we do this and he has Wailing Doom, we lose. We lose to just Wailing and that because he's got the Blade Storm. So I kind of want to heal here. But I don't actually know if I can. I don't actually think I can heal. Okay, so we basically got to play that he doesn't have Wailing. That was a mistake as well. Could have actually just I could have also just played Humanity Shield. I just totally messed that turn up. Don't know what we're doing there. Yeah, so we lose to Wailing Doom. And we didn't need to because we could pop a shield. The only thing is, would he have played Wailing last turn? Unless he's just drawn it. I feel like if he'd had it in hand all this time, he would have played it last turn. How many cards have we got left? Maybe he's got Hemlock. Does Hemlock do 4 or 5 blast? I think it's 4, right? Okay, so this type of play suggests he doesn't have either. interesting. So this is our humanity shield turn then, for sure. Oh, look at that. We could have played that into that.
Presented an unforeseen challenge.
The Emperor's words must be safeguarded.
Make the engines roar! It's time to scour this battlefield!
Okay, let's see what he does with this. Humanity shield! Forgot how good that card was! Y'all must have forgot! Y'all must have forgot. Maybe that's the name of the video, right? What do you think? Y'all must have forgot. I like it. Calgar's Return. Y'all must have forgot. I like it.
We will protect the craft world.
Oh. Daka, 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 daka. Kaboom, son! Man, that was a game. That was a game.